Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Colleen and I am at the end of my day. So if I look a little wilty, I hope you'll understand. I had a super busy day. I had to pick people up and drop them off, and I had to spend a couple hours at the museum today because I work there, and it's just been go, go, go. And I'm having one of those really rare nights where I'm home alone for dinner and I don't have a lot of energy left in the old gas tank. So I looked around to see what I could bring together, and I have some hamburger thawed out, and I think I have everything I need, or at least enough stuff to make a sloppy joe. And so I'm going to proceed with that right after this. Okay, I thought I had a solve-it problem for the noise that it makes when I cook, but I couldn't get the microphone to hook up, and I was getting hungry. So you're going to have to listen to me fry, but I promise I'm trying to get that sorted out. I'm going to use my skillet right here, and I am just putting 1 pound of hamburger, and as you can see it was thawed out. If I did anything right yesterday, which was another busy day, it's that I remembered to take some meat out so that I would have some meat to use today, if nothing else. As I said before, I don't often have a pre-evening where it's just me, and I didn't really feel like anything else was that appealing to me. And I'm always trying to make meals that have leftovers so that I have leftovers to feed my husband. So I'll make this into a dish for myself, and then I will make a container for him to take in his lunch. And that seems to work out great for us. So while the hamburger starts to get going, I'm going to need a half a green pepper, and I need 1 small onion dice. So get this green pepper on the go. Out of there. I think I've complained about it before. Literally, I understand I'm complaining, but we've had the worst mosquito year on record. Like, they have been so bad. We haven't even been able to go out of doors. And our local government has been spraying to try and kill them at the larva stage before they pop out. But we've had such a wet year, a really rainy year. Not a lot of rain at one time, but rain every day or two or days together. So it makes perfect conditions for mosquitoes to pop out when you have those kinds of weather almost every day. And I'm not complaining about the weather. I don't mind it when it's cooler. The only problem that I'm complaining about is the mosquitoes, because I had a really good garden on the go outside. We live in a mobile home at the very edge of the park, and so we have a very large yard because we're on the outside. So we have a really big yard, and I have a garden out there, and I have some pots on our patio. And wouldn't you know it, with all the rain, I wasn't really paying attention to the pots on the patio. Couldn't really go out there because there's so many mosquitoes. So, lo and behold, my plants on the patio have really suffered from lack of water. I don't think there's any bringing back that one tomato plant. The tomato plants in the garden, however, they're doing great. They've enjoyed the water they're getting. The ones that are on the patio are just at the edge of the gazebo roof, and so the the wind blows here, the rain doesn't have a chance to fall down on them. And yeah, what can I say? My poor garden boxes even out there, although they're getting water, they're so overgrown because you can't spend any time out of doors. You just get chewed alive. Well, I do sound like a container tonight, don't I? Well, I'm sorry. Let me turn that crown upside down. I'm sure that where you live, you have your own obstacles that you need to overcome. And I sure don't mean to make light of it by talking about some mosquitoes being a problem for me. There. Well, we've got all that done. I'm going to turn back to this hamburger. And I am going to just break it up a little more. Yes, I do have one of those silicone, I think they're made of silicone meat choppers. But so far I haven't fallen in love with it. And maybe it's just old habits that I've always done it with a wooden spoon. You know how you get in the habit of doing something and you just tend to do it over and over. And I'd like to say that I haven't tried every gadget underneath the sun to make my life easier in the kitchen. But there's a lot of them that other family members have fallen in love with, but I just haven't. And I'm going to throw this in here right now. I know I don't show cooking with the air fryer very much, and it's because I haven't fallen in love with it. And yet, some of my friends and family, it's all they use in their cooking these days is their air fryer. And while I can plainly see it's got some merit to it, I just can't get hooked on it. Maybe part of it is it's because it's right across the room from me. Not that my area is really big, but it's way over there, so it kind of seems like it's out of reach. And when I use it, I always tend to carry it over here and put it down here and plug it in, because this is my workspace, and so I kind of like to have everything all together. That probably sounds ridiculous, but anyway, that's how that works. The one thing that I did fall in love with, and definitely not on the first try, was my bread machine. And you probably, if you've watched for a while, you know that I have a bunch of bread machine recipes that I've shared, and I've got a couple more coming yet too, because I just find it such a great help to me to make. Today I'm not using homemade bread. I thought I had some leftover buns from the other day, but turns out I didn't. I guess Gino and the girls loved them a lot, and they ate them all up. So I stopped in at the store on one of my crazy trips across town today, and I just bought some buns so that I could do this. So anyway, we're coming along. How often is it that I'm ahead of myself? I would like to let these peppers and onions just cook maybe a few more minutes. But that doesn't mean that I can't start adding to them. So I think first I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon, or a teaspoon each, of garlic powder, and this is mustard powder. And the mustard powder just gives it a little zing. And I kind of like that little bit of zip in there. And 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, if you had fresh garlic, I could have done it today had I had some fresh garlic. I was out. You could use 2 or 3 cloves of fresh garlic in place of the powdered garlic. And I'll stir that in. And I'm just going to reach back in the cupboard and grab some salt and pepper, because I feel like none of what I'm using today is going to be very salty, except maybe even the tomato sauce is no salt added. So let's season that up. Yes, you saw me take the lid off the salt shaker. I don't know why it is, but I find it easier to sprinkle. Or dump like that when I do sprinkle. Oh, what can I say? Let's stir. This is how fast this goes. I'm going to leave it a minute. Grab the butter dish out of the cupboard and a knife. Because I'm going to, well, I've got a minute there. I'm going to butter up the bun, and these are just signature buns from Dempster's. So they're they seem to be a bit brioche-y, but they're called gold burger buns. And the color is quite gold too. So I bet you they're very eggy. Because adding eggs to your bread dough definitely makes it richer. So I'm going to set that aside and stir this one last time. And I'm going to open up this can of tomato sauce. And this sauce is 398 milliliters, or for my American friends, it's a 15-ounce can, and which equals about almost 2 cups. Now, one of the things I don't love about that is that it always leaves a little bit of paper on it. My goodness. What did I do with my kitchen towel? Yeah. Now, you'll probably noticed it's gotten quite a bit quieter, and that's because for beginner cooks out there, I know the seasoned ones will know that for the beginner cooks, that means that the moisture is pretty much gone from the things that are in the pan. It's evaporated, so there's nothing to make that sizzly noise. I started this pan without any kind of oil, and it's a lean ground beef, so probably about 80-20 or maybe a little better than that. So in goes this can of tomato sauce. I need about 1/3 of a cup to 1/2 a cup of ketchup. Let's see if I can hang on to this slippery jug. Into the mix it goes. Get that out of our way. I need 2 good tablespoons of brown sugar, and I'm going to heat them up. And I'm going to keep that tablespoon because I need it for some Worcestershire sauce. And I always struggle to get into it. Don't know why that is either. Things that make you go, I'm sure you have some of those things. Why on earth? Okay. In that goes. I'll set that aside, and I'm going to bring this closer to me and mix it up. And that'll get quiet in a hurry. I'm going to turn this pan down because it's been on 350, and I just want it to take its time and cook a little more gently than that until we're ready to put it on. Now I am going to let it cook down for a few minutes. So while that's going on, I'm going to go turn the stove on and get the buns in the pan. Okay, that's still sounding pretty hot, so I'm going to go down to, I'm at 250 now, and I think it's time to give it a taste. It's maybe not as thick as I would like it to be, but you do you. If you like it to be quite juicy, then definitely cook it down a little more. If you're like me, it doesn't really matter. I'm just a hungry girl tonight. Yep, that's good. I am happy with every little bit of it. was trying to think of what else could I add in there, but nope, I don't need anything else. It's really good. So let's get that bun and a plate and fix us a plate of sloppy joes. Now, nice and toasty, just how I like it. And I'm just going to scoop some of this onto the bottom of the bun. And I feel like I'm going to show you what it looks like. But I feel like, whoops, let's shut that off. I feel like I probably won't eat the top part of the bun. On the other hand, maybe I'll flip it over. Now I'll put some more sloppy joe. No. Anyway, this is delicious, guys. And if you've got any recipes that you'd like to share with me of things that you can whip up on a day when you are whipped yourself, I would appreciate hearing from you. Because, yeah, it's hard to cook for just 1 or 2 people when you're used to cooking for a crowd. And I could use some help. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you keep coming along and watching my videos. I sure appreciate you being here. I wouldn't be here without all of you who so faithfully watch every week. I would have run out of gas a long time ago. But you're there, and I'm happy to visit with my friends. And so I will bring you another video real soon. And in the meantime, take good care of yourselves. You're important to me. And I will see you again soon on the next video. Bye-bye.